Running a brokerage is hard work, so whether you're focused on building your own sales pipeline, hiring the best agents, leveling up your team's production, or protecting the culture you've built, you're in the right place. Real estate brings the challenges, and we share the solution. Welcome to the show dedicated to broker entrepreneurs. Welcome to the Brokerpreneur Podcast. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Brokerpreneur Podcast. I'm Dr. Ben Spears, the Doctor of Flow. I'm here as usual with Big Guy, Mr. Batmy. I said you missed her. I could have missed her this time.
I know, I got that.
Right, like Mr. Rogers.
Right. Mr. Recruiting's neighborhood.
Exactly. Matt, how you doing today, man?
Fantastic. You know it. Fantastic. Living the dream.
Yeah, for sure. I was hanging out with one of my friends this past couple days, and he has a daughter, and her name's Caroline. And she's like, let me tell you something that I learned the other day out of Caroline's encyclopedia.
Gotcha.
And I said, what's Caroline's encyclopedia? And she's like, well, that means it may not be true, but I think that it is.
I love it.
And I said, she's like 9. And I said, okay. And I don't remember what she said, but I told her, I said, I'm going to use that. I was like, so sometime in the next couple of podcasts, I said, tell your dad, pay attention. I'm going to bring up Caroline's encyclopedia, and I'm just going to make up a stat. So for those listening, we'll see what happens.
Right.
What are we talking about today?
So we talk a lot about attracting agents to your brokerage, right?
You know it.
And I don't know if we've ever talked about this topic. Okay. I think we probably have in the context of our conversations, but not as a specific topic. We're going to discuss how to teach agents to look for your brokerage to see if they're a fit.
Okay. Teach agents to look for your brokerage.
Yeah, let's be more specific. Teach recruits how to look for your brokerage to see if it's a fit.
All right, I'm interested in
Sounds
this.
like Jedi mind trick, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I don't even know where this is going, guys, but
Here we go.
We'll get on that ride together. Before we get started, make sure you hit that follow and that subscribe button wherever you are. Also, just remember that there are a few links down in the description below. One of them being, I talk about Brokerpreneur Not So Secret Society a lot on the podcast, but one of them is our free recruiting bundle that we have. Click on that. It has so many good things in it. It's absolutely free. It's got a couple classes that we've taught, 1 hour classes, how to hire 5 agents in 30 days, that kind of thing, and obviously some downloads. Make sure you go down there, take advantage of that while it is still there. Matt.
Yeah.
There is no try.
Right. Is that from Ben's encyclopedia?
Is that what we're talking about? There's only do, or you're talking Jedi mind tricks here. I don't even know how to get started, but I do know that if you are talking to recruits about your brokerage, then you're at least going to be talking culture, right? That's got to be part of it. So let me just pretend like that's where we're going to start.
Yeah, of course it's where we're going to start. You got the show notes. Whatever.
I'm just messing around.
So, of course we have to put our culture on display. We talk about this a tremendous amount, right? Because it's super important. That is how you attract the people that you want. But how do you put it on display? Are you doing it through social media? Yeah, of course you are, right? You're putting things on there. You're connected with people, all that kind of stuff. Of course people are doing that. I think everybody knows to do that. But do you have drip campaigns that go out to people? Do you have emails that go out on a regular basis? Do you have text campaigns that go out to people? Is your culture in those campaigns? Let me let you in a little secret. Even if you're not putting things about your culture in there, that's still telling people about your culture. So that is absolutely 100% putting things about your culture inside that, plugging it into their brain whenever you're sending that stuff out, right?
Yeah.
So be cognizant of that, but also be really intentional with that. Okay. So if you're sending things out to people on a regular basis, not just through social media, but sending things out on a regular basis, make sure that the things that you're sending talk about who you really are. Is it how you're involved in the community? We discuss that a lot. But also, is it how you do your trainings? Is it how you recognize the agents that are in your office? All those things have to be part of that. And then have them ask themselves, which leads to them asking you, is that really important to them? So if you're sending out an email campaign, or if you're sending out a text campaign or something along that line, absolutely you want to make sure that you ask something like, oh, does this matter to you? And if so, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Or does this matter to you? Because it matters to us. that type of thing is going to help that recruit see, okay, there is a connection between us. I do like that culture. That is how I look at things. Maybe that is something I need to pay closer attention to. So it's not just a matter of saying, hey, here's my culture, right? Of course, that's good to do.
Right.
But you can also be a little bit more direct in what you're putting in that conversation and have them ask those questions of themselves, which leads them to asking the questions to you.
Yeah. It's just 6 circles there. I'm trying to figure it out. So a great way to obviously get an idea, a pulse, because we're just talking about culture, of where culture is, but also to get an idea of even testing out maybe some of these questions that you're getting your recruits to ask, is to interview your agents. Like, ask them a few questions.
Absolutely.
Right? Your current agents, that is.
Yep. Yeah. So you want to make sure that you're talking to them about why they're there.
Yes.
Why is it that they're at your office? Why is it that they enjoy being part of your company? You want to make sure that you're talking to them in a way that helps them understand that the reason why they're there and the things they're doing every day are what creates the culture, which is what attracts people to your office, which makes them happy about being there, which makes them stay longer and makes them stay more productive in your environment. So we want to make sure that you're interviewing, for lack of a better way of putting it, you're interviewing your current agents and asking them what their why is and how it matches with what you're doing as a company.
Yeah. As far as give me like a couple questions, right? Because that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, okay, if I'm like, what are some things I would ask? Right.
Yeah. So if you get the chance, go to your current agents and just ask them, when you decided to come to this office, what was the one thing that really pushed you over the edge, that was like, okay, this is a good fit for me? That's always a great question, right? But another great question is, when you're talking to them about them being in your company, ask them what keeps them there.
Yeah.
Why is it that I love you being here at the office, but I'd really love to understand, what is it that we do that helps you feel comfortable staying at this company longer? So if you get a gut check on that,
yeah.
I'm afraid to walk around my office and ask everybody why it is that they're staying. Make sure you get over that.
Yeah.
The only way to get over that is by asking that question. If you're worried about asking that question, that means all that much more you should ask it sooner, quicker, and fix whatever it is that you're worried about. Because if you're thinking it's an issue, there's a chance that they're doing the same thing. That what you're worried about is being demonstrated in the conversations or the actions of those people, and it's only a matter of time before they don't want to be in your office anymore. Bring it to a head and ask that question. Why is it that you like being here?
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. And if you think about it, once you get over that if you do have that mindset of like, I'm not so sure about this, once you get over that and you do start asking these questions, you're going to find out some good stuff. You're definitely going to find out some things like, man, I wish this, I think this could be better. But if they're open enough to tell you that, then that just means they want to help.
Right. And they care about your company being better.
Yeah. Only good things can come from this.
Right.
Right.
Healing sometimes, but healing is good.
That's what I mean. Yeah, that's what I mean. Everybody's not going to be like, no, it's the best place ever.
Right.
I love you so much.
Right. But some people are going to say, I've been asking myself that question a lot lately.
Exactly.
And that's what we're worried about.
Yeah.
We're worried about that for you, and you're probably worried about that because you're not sure how that conversation will go. If you're not worried about that at all, I'd caution you. Okay.
Yeah.
But don't be too worried about it either.
Yeah.
Right. So
happy middle ground.
Yeah. And the only way you're going to find that middle ground is by asking the question.
Yeah, exactly. Put in the comments below if you listen to this and then ask all your brokerage, all your agents, and then they're all left.
Yeah. We'll come in with an emergency repair kit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. We'll send you a double recruiting bundle. So, the next one, says review training and support programs. I have to imagine that this isn't like, because I know you. I know this. I know this is from Matt's encyclopedia. I know it's not going to say like, make a bullet list and go down the list, talking to them about all the tools and systems you offer. Yeah. What does that mean? Review training and support programs.
Yeah. So think about it. If you're trying to help agents in your market, recruits in your market, understand what they should talk to you about what they should be concerned and the questions they should ask you. You have to plant some of those questions in their head, and the best place to plant those questions in their head is by helping them with their business, showing them real value and how what you're doing from a training standpoint can help them in their day-to-day business. So the way that you do that, you can ask your current agents this, but you can also just put things out on social media as an example and say, hey, preparing the next quarter's training, we've got 4 classes that we want to make sure that we offer. I'd love to hear from the experienced agents in the marketplace. What is it that you're missing that you'd like to know more about that we can offer some training that will help you in your business? What you're doing at that point, even if they do not respond, this is so crucial. We talk about this all the time.
You know it.
Even if they don't respond, you have now placed yourself in their mind. You're renting space in their head. They are thinking now that you're concerned, rightfully so, that you want to help them out with their business. So what you're doing is you're renting a spot in their line of thinking, so that when the time comes that they want to do something different with their business, when they want to do something different with their production or their structure, they know that you're out there putting yourself in line with all the other experts that are in the market to help them understand what the best way to generate the opportunities for their real estate practice is. When you're doing that, it makes it easy for them to want to ask you questions later or to contribute to things like, I'd love some training on AI. I'm hearing a lot about it, but I don't really know how it's going to impact me in real estate. That's a great comment to get. If you want to get the comment started, when you put a post out there like that, go to some of your agents. Now, first of all, you should be engaging a lot with what's going on with your agent's social media, a whole different conversation. But you go to some of your agents behind the scene and call them and say, hey, listen, here's what I need you to do. I'm going to put a post out there that's going to ask about classes. Are there any classes that you would like for me to teach over the next quarter? Is there anything that you're thinking about that would benefit us as an office? And then I want you to put it on that social post that I put out there, so that way it starts getting some engagement and it starts getting some interaction. You talk to 2 or 3 of your agents like that, or talk to a couple of recruits that you've got that kind of relationship with. And the next thing you know, they're posting and commenting. Other people are seeing it. It's all of a sudden going to get some traction just because you leveraged it as the opportunity of how an agent could connect with you and ask the questions that lets them know whether they're a good fit to work in your office or not.
Yep, I like that a lot. And that kind of brings us to our last little point here. and I'm curious if you're talking about the broker or if you're talking about the recruit. It says consider long-term goals.
Yeah.
Right? Is that your goals, the recruit's goals?
Yeah.
Hey, Dr. Ben here. I hope you're enjoying this episode. If sometimes you feel overloaded or alone when it comes to building your brokerage, I want you to know that we are here for you. There's so much support available to agents, but hardly any dedicated to brokers. I want to personally invite you to schedule a complimentary strategy call where Matt will help you build a 3-step profitability plan that will immediately produce results. This is not a sales pitch. There's no obligation. Simply click the link in the description below. Now let's get back to the show. My goals?
Yeah. So I think that if I was a broker and I was in a market and I was trying to create some growth and balance inside that market, right? I would make sure that the recruits in my market knew that I was in a growth mode.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would say, listen, we're gonna grow from this size to this size over the next 12 months. We'd love for it to be, with you if you're an agent that loves this, and this. Before you make a decision on moving to any other brokerage, give me a call. Let's talk about it, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you have to see whether you would fit into what type of growth we're trying to have. Right. Yeah. So you put that on social media, make it a video, put it out every month. Right?
Yeah.
You know how social media works. So everybody's not going to see everything.
Yep.
You put it out there, do the same exact thing, one time say it, sitting in front of a desk, literally have the person holding the camera. The next time you're sitting on the corner of the desk. The time after that, you're sitting on a chair. The time after that, it looks like you're walking in the door, but you're saying the same exact thing. And now you've got 6 or 10 months worth of that message being able to go out on social media, and it took you 5 minutes to do it, and then somebody's posting it in a reoccurring way, and so now you're telling everybody that you're growing, and you're saying, hey, if you want to grow too, ask me the questions that you're concerned about to see if we're a good fit together. Man, what is that going to hurt? That 5 minutes and put it on social posts, it takes you another 15 minutes to set it up so that it's reoccurring. Takes you another 5 minutes to set up as an ad so that you're spending $20 a month going out in front of people. Now all of a sudden you got a campaign that's telling the whole marketplace, hey, I'm growing. Do you want to be part of it? Reach out to me.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about exploring your goals with everybody.
Gotcha. I like that. And guys, if maybe you're not growing, right, and you're struggling, maybe shoot that video under the desk. Right? I don't know.
Is that what Ben's Encyclopedia says? The best place to shoot a video?
According to Caroline's Encyclopedia, if you're trying to hide and be a secret broker,
right,
then you do your videos under your desk.
That's right.
You can quote me on that.
That's right. I hear you. I hear you.
Well, Matt, anything, I've gone through our show notes here. I've doodled a frog. Anything else that you want to throw in here before I put a little bow on it?
I don't think so. This is a good topic. This is one that I don't think everybody should try to grab on everything that we just talked about.
Yeah, for sure.
I think you go in and pick one of these that spoke to you, that matches you, and go in and pick one of those and figure out a way of deploying that on a consistent basis in your market.
Yeah. Well, if you do pick one, guys, don't pick the under the desk thing.
Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, I can do with a periscope.
If you do shoot a video under the desk because you're afraid of recruiting or whatever the deal is, man, you tag me in that.
You tag us in that.
I want to see that.
We will share that and we will blow that up.
Yeah, you know it.
Well, guys, we appreciate it. Before I get into my normal spiel, I'm just going to let you guys know, if you're growing your brokerage, it's toward the end of the year and you want to get be running through the starting line of next year.
Yep.
I'm biased, of course, because we own the company, but there's just no better company than Brokerpreneur to help you do that.
Yep.
Make sure that you go to brokerpreneurpodcast.com, schedule a 10-minute little call with Matt. You can do that in the link in the description below as well. We can show you exactly what we have going on and see if it just fits for your brokerage.
Yep, you'll know in 10 minutes whether it's a fit. And there's nothing cooler than being able to be on a call and you're even if you didn't have the greatest week with recruiting, being in a call and you got other people going, oh yeah, well I did this and this worked, and oh man, I tried that and that didn't work the way it was supposed to, but I said this and it turned out this way. And then all of a sudden watching people's warm list and hot list of the recruits coming in, it's just good to be part of everybody's win that way.
That's exactly right. Well, guys, if you're listening to this on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Deezer, under your desk, make sure you hit that follow button. If you're watching this on YouTube, hey, what's up? Hit that red subscribe button, that bell right beside of you. Get notified every time we drop a new episode. The one thing that's helping the algorithm so much are the thumbs ups and the likes on YouTube.
Please.
So, gosh, we would just, if you really get a lot out of our content, no matter where you're listening, hop over and just, hit a few likes on some of our videos. We'd really appreciate that. We can tell that you are because our content is moving up toward the top of the list, and we know that's because of you guys. So other than that, there's no better time than the present than to go to brokerpreneurpodcast.com, check out all the cool things that we have to help you grow your brokerage, no matter what phase or stage of the business you're in. And last but certainly not least, register for Brokerpreneur Not So Secret Society as a free mastermind that Matt and I do live every Friday from 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time to 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, where we are just talking recruiting, retention, agent productivity with brokers, podcast listeners, recruiting managers, you name it.
Yep. Anyone
who's looking to grow a brokerage and sharing strategies and just really having a lot of fun. It's we always have a ton of laughs when we're in there. Some good stories being shared. We would love to actually see you and hear you there as well. Matt?
Yep.
We do everything that I just mentioned and a whole bunch more stuff for one reason and one reason alone. Tell them what that is.
Man, we just want to be part of your win.